Just yesterday, the University Daily Kansan published an article criticizing the university's plan to have students isolate in Naismith Hall. The article mentions unclear communication and problems of relocation as students who are exposed to the coronavirus but haven't been tested are given the option to stay in their dorm to await test results. Given these problems, should KU do away with isolation dorms or continue to host students who may be exposed in Naismith Hall? I'm here with Stephen Leasure to hear his side.
Getting rid of the isolation dorms is probably one of the worst ideas possible, because where are you going to put these students? You can't just let them wander around all the dorms. You got to have somewhere for them to go when they get this virus or whenever they think that they might have it. So putting all the students in these dorms, they just have to be more strict on keeping them in the dorms, because a lot of the students are just going out wherever they want still if they're in the isolation. And then there are complaints of people being in the halls, that there's complaints of everybody just congregating in rooms that are still there. And to mitigate the spread of this virus, you got to somehow keep people socially distanced, and they're just really not doing that at all. So they just need to maybe be more strict on what the repercussions are of leaving your dorm. Like, hey, it's like so many violations and you lose your student housing or something along those lines.
Stephen, if problems persist with these isolation dorms at Naismith Hall, what kind of alternatives do you think the university can turn to isolate students that may be exposed to coronavirus?
I think the real problem here is there's almost no alternatives. The only thing that they can really do is take away their student housing, and for that reason, so many students, they are going to struggle if student housing is taken away, because they don't have anywhere else to go. A lot of students are from all the way across the country. As somebody that's all the way from the East Coast myself, if I were to get the virus and there was nowhere for me to go, I would be screwed, because there's no other option for me. I can't go all the way back home, because it's a 18-hour drive for me just to get back home. So they just got to figure out how to slow down the virus itself, which is kind of hard to do, or they need to figure out how to be more strict on staying in the dorms, because getting rid of this or having any alternate idea is going to be a struggle to find.
Now, Stephen, obviously it's clear that so far these isolation dorms have not worked, have not accomplished their goal. So who do you think is to blame for the failure of these isolation dorms? The university or the students that aren't following protocols?
It actually comes down to a little bit of both. I mean, the university can only do so much. They have to have the student support and the students' cooperation in these times in order to actually have these isolation dorms work.
Do you think that these isolation dorms will be back second semester, and do you think that they may have better results next semester?
Oh, they're absolutely going to be back next semester, no question about it. The virus doesn't seem to be, I mean, it seems to slow down a little bit, but it's still going to be here. There's still going to be problems, and there's still going to have to be somewhere for people to go if they have the COVID virus.
Well, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you for joining us. As always, be sure to get on Sided.co and post your own arguments and debates to climb up that leaderboard. Until next time, I'm Jacob Polacheck, and this has been Take a Side.